Hi, this is Bill with Driven to Distraction. And after 2 years of delays, I was finally able to attend the New York International Auto Show as a member of the press. I just wanted to share with you some of my impressions. As you can see now, electric was a big deal. But first, I want to talk about how Toyota is killing it. Their super concept, which I know is basically the BMW, looked amazing. I loved that. And then getting into the GR86 was also really cool. But of course, the big thing everybody was crowding around, I was really lucky to be able to check it out, was the GR Corolla. It's an amazing little car, and I can't wait to actually get a chance to drive it. This model looked really cool. I was told many times it was a prototype, but with the carbon roof and the interior, which was kind of upgraded from a regular Corolla. It felt more like the inside of the 86, to be honest, with the suede seats and everything. It was pretty great. TRD Pro Country was alive and well. Everything was overland all the time, especially this enormous concept here. It was seriously even bigger than the Ram TRX, and the Tacozilla looked pretty awesome too. Total 70s throwback. Ford is also looking great. Outside of the new Z06, there's really not a lot of love for Chevy there. Nobody was really paying attention. Everybody was crowded around Ford, checking out the Bronco, the stuff, the accessories, the new Bronco Raptor. The F-150 Lightning was able to take people around for a spin, which is also pretty cool. And they also had the Maverick and some other Mustang concepts and things like that, which are pretty great. Here's some more shots of the F-150 Lightning, and here's me riding it.
I guess the lights aren't going to go green, so I'm just going to count down.
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, that's no joke.
Oh, yeah.
It was indeed no joke for such a big truck to go so fast. There it goes. Um, Gotta say, Infiniti and Lincoln most definitely not killing it. I was kind of afraid to go into their exhibits because the people were desperate for some attention, and I wasn't ready to talk to 20 different people and felt like I was at a car dealership. Elvis's ride looked pretty awesome, though. This old Lincoln Continental, that was really well preserved, and I gotta say, I'm really glad they placed that out. Um, Ram and Jeep are always going to be fun. They have a new TRX, which is so orange it hurt my eyes, and so big that I felt like I was standing next to Everest or something. The Ignition Edition, as you can see from that card, it's going to be expensive but totally worth it if you have that kind of money.
These guys, because I don't think anyone's going to believe how steep that is.
And that does it no justice, until you're in there.
Oh man, it was scary kind of. It's like a roller coaster. Super cool though that he could do it.
I used to own a Wrangler, and I thought I did some pretty cool stuff in it, but I never went on anything quite this steep. It definitely felt like a carnival ride. It was super awesome. As I mentioned earlier, everything is going to eventually be electrified, and the New York Auto Show is definitely all about that. Sure, you had the Formula E type stuff, but then you also had new entries to the North American market from VinFast, which is a Vietnamese company, and right here you have Indy EV, which looked pretty cool. I guess they're out of LA, and they had a lot of interesting colors, and I wasn't able to actually ride in one. Or the VinFast, pictured here for that matter. They had test tracks where you could take rides like I did in the F-150, but neither one of those cars were available when I was waiting in line to go. The VinFast, I guess, has been around for a bit in Vietnam and Asian markets, so they're coming this way. And the product looked pretty cool. I mean, they seemed pretty much indistinguishable from skateboard platform type stuff that we see coming from other manufacturers, that we already have here in the States. But there's some cool stuff like this flying ambulance that if I need to get rescued, I hope that that can come help me. Supposedly all electric. New York City taxi cabs are going to be all electric, as are other municipal vehicles. And if you want to get around the city or even around town, there are a lot of mobility type devices being introduced. Lots of e-bikes and scooters and things like that. Uh, you know, Aside from the overland thing being bigger and bigger since COVID, the electric thing and personal mobility is getting bigger and bigger. So, depending on your location, your interest, there seems to be a little bit of everything, and a little bit for everybody. One thing I wasn't super impressed by were the luxury brands: Rolls-Royce, Porsche, Bentley, Lambo, etc. I gotta say, they kind of walled off their cars. They didn't even have any reps there to talk about them, at least when I was there. And compare that to new cars. That all new cars are good. Like check out the Maverick here. Like the interior is really thoughtful. It's well designed, and sure, the materials aren't like jewelry like you'd see in some of those other vehicles. But I mean, even the utilitarian type stuff just looks and feels great when you sit in it. So I think luxury cars are becoming boring, and every car is pretty nice now. Anyway, those are just some of my takes from my time at the media day. I'll definitely have a more in-depth article coming up on the Everyday Driver website, and I'll link it to my blog as well. I hope you guys are able to check those out. Let me know what you think, and if you're in the area or if you're up for a travel, checking out the New York Auto Show is definitely highly recommended. I understand it was smaller than in years past, but it definitely had a lot of great stuff there, and I tried to highlight some of the trends that I saw. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.